Hey guys, it's GC here, and today I'm going to be doing another garage video. So yeah, here we have the Pegasi, the Batty 801R. I've had this bike for quite a long time now. I think it's the fastest in the game. It's really nice to drive, and as you can see, it has quite a cool paint job on it. And there's also, I think there's 4 or 5 paint jobs you can get. Here we have the Glendale. Such a sick car to drive. Not much to say about it. It looks really cool. It's just one of my favourite cars. Here I have the Fetzler. I used to have a huge spoiler on it, which you may remember from one of my old garage videos if you've seen them. It used to be an orange, I think, but I changed it to green because I got a bit bored of orange, but it's still one of my favourite cars. I just don't drive it much anymore, but it's a really good car to drive off-road or for drifting. Here we have the Cheetah. I honestly don't drive this much, but it's just one of those cars I don't want to get rid of just because of how nice it looks. And it's just one of those cars that it's cool to like tell someone you've got. And yeah, here I have the Sand King. I've had this for ages now. I've never got rid of it. All I've done since the last one is change the colour, put a back on it, the bed cap I think it's called. I've changed the rims and lowered the suspension. Lowering the suspension makes it a bit not as good for off-road, but it's still really good. It hardly makes a difference, just makes it slightly worse, but I think it looks cooler. Here we have the Baller. I've had this for a little bit now. It's a cool little gang car, cool to cruise around in, and it'll probably be a really good car for when highs come out. Here we have the Carbonizer. It can have the roof up or down. It looks cool, it sounds cool, and it's just fun to drive no matter what you're doing. Here we have the Stinger, topless edition. It looks cool, sounds fucking amazing. Not much to say about that. It's a cool car to cruise around in. Here we have the Coquette Classic, which I did a video of upgrading. If you haven't seen that already, check it out. It looks I must say it does look quite similar to the Stinger, but it has its little differences, like the front and headlights and stuff, but it does look quite similar. However, I'm not sure which one I prefer, to be honest, but the two cool cars to have. And last in this garage is the Sanchez 2. Not much to say about it. It's a sick off-road bike, and yeah. So I'm quickly going to go drive to my other garage now and show you the rest of my cars. Okay guys, so I am back in my other garage, and so yeah. I got rid of a car because I was getting low on money. I've only got 543 grand left, and putting them two together. So I got rid of a car. I can't actually remember what it was. I didn't drive it much. I think it was the Comet. Yeah, I think it was the Comet I got rid of. So yeah. Here we have the Panther. I'm not sure if I had this in my last video or not. It's sticker bombed, and I recently put the roof on it just because it looks swag. And yeah. Here we have the Entity, the fastest acceleration car in the game. I honestly don't drive this much, but like the Cheetah, it's one of those cars that are cool to say you've got. And yeah. Here we've got the Masacro. Yeah, Masacro. I don't know how you say it. Masacro. It looks cool. It's really fun to drive. I don't drive it much, however, I think I'm going to start driving it a lot more. Here we have the Blade. This is such a cool car to cruise around in. It looks really cool, and it's not something you see a lot of people driving, so it's really cool to have. And yeah, here I have the Turismo. I think the colour looks really sick on it. It's really fun to drive on street. It's not the best for off-road, but it's still fun to drive. Here I have a Bugatti Veyron, or the Adder. Not everyone pretty much knows about the Adder. It's the fastest car. I don't honestly drive this much either, but it's one of those cars it's cool to see you've got. Here we have the Futo. Don't drive this much anymore, however it used to be my favourite car. Probably still is one of my favourite cars. I need to drive it more. It's really fun for drifting, really good for street, like little street races, and basically an all-round cool car. Here we have the Buffalo S. This is Franklin's version of the Buffalo. Instead of just the normal Buffalo, so it looks cooler. Not much to say about it. It's really fun to drive, and yeah. And last but not least, we have the Zentorno. I don't honestly drive this car much either, but it's also one of those cars that you have, like, it's cool to say you've got. It's really fast, it looks really cool. I don't know why I don't drive it much, but yeah. So thanks for watching, please rate, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this quick garage video, and goodbye.